My name is Justin Giersdorf, and I'm the father to Andrew, and he was a client at Creating Brighter Futures for about 10 years. When you first get an autism diagnosis, at least for our family, we really didn't know what to expect. The only exposure we really had to it was the movie Rain Man, and so I immediately started kind of comparing Andrew's characteristics to what you saw in that movie. And there were a few similarities, but they were also quite different. You kind of find yourself wanting to challenge a diagnosis like that because you're like, well, that's not how my child is. And then as you grow and you become more familiar with autism and what it encompasses and the broad spectrum that's involved, then you kind of start putting the pieces together, and it's very, very easy to find yourself having a pity party, or you think, this is really unfair that this is happening. Then you look around and you see some of the challenges that other families face. That almost makes you feel guilty at times, because you're so down on our situation when really there's so many things to be thankful for. We had only known Jessica for a very short time, but we really had a connection with her, and so did Andrew. Every single day, it was like a sense of relief when I was dropping him off here, because I could go and I could work and I could function in my day. Really, it was one of the few times in my life that I wasn't thinking about autism or Andrew or, what should we do next? And our son's nonverbal, so when you have a child that can't express his thoughts, his feelings, maybe the things that have happened over the course of the day, it's pretty stressful, it's taxing, but you can tell by the affection that your child shows when they show up at Creating Brighter Futures.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. Yay! High five!
They have a level of patience that I don't possess. And I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm very thankful for it. They take such good care of them, and they show so much love and compassion. When you have a concern, they're very receptive to that. And they're very upfront with you about if there's things that they disagree with you on, or that they think, maybe that's not the best way to go. I appreciate somebody being honest with me and helping me understand why we do things certain ways. But there's also been times when I've suggested things, or maybe Amy has suggested things, and they've been really receptive to that and thought, oh yeah, that's a great idea. We should definitely look into that, or we should try it. When we started entertaining the idea of trying to integrate him into the public school system, it was something that I was super apprehensive about, because I was so happy with him being here. But they really encouraged us and said, this has to be the next step. He's ready to advance and learn things academically that we're not gonna teach him here. So I was a little uneasy about it, so was my wife. But when it came to getting into the school and doing an IEP, the BCBAs from here, they were in attendance at these meetings. They were able to share a ton of information clinically that the school systems understood, that it would have been really difficult for us to be able to relay those messages and have some of the conversations about the things that he was doing on a daily basis here. They were very influential in helping us get into the right classroom, understanding what his challenges would be. Simple things like he's kind of a mover, right? He has to burn off energy, and so he can't sit for long periods of time. They put him in the back of the classroom, they cleared out an area, so even when they're in class, he's able to get up and kind of move back and forth, walking back and forth, and get some of that energy out so that he can maintain a classroom setting. Bringing him to a place where they teach him skills that allows him to function independently is something that I honestly didn't know if it was ever going to be possible. Our son is doing things that I never imagined he'd be able to do. Now the bus comes and picks him up. He gets on the bus himself. He's excited to get on the bus. When he gets home, he gets off the bus on his own. The things that he's doing in his life now as an adolescent, 15-year-old, he would not be where he is today without Creating Brighter Futures. I'm 100% positive of that.
Da, 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 da. Just one. Da, 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 da. There you go.
If I could share anything with anyone, it's that there are people that are they're just gonna show up in your life on this journey, and they're gonna help you take every step. You're gonna definitely feel isolated at times, but the times that you're isolated are the times that you forget that you have these people in your life and these resources. I would recommend coming to Creating Brighter Futures because you are not gonna find a more authentic and caring group of people. I mean, they're well-versed on what they need to do clinically, but it's the emotional support and the relationships that you develop with the people who, are part of this organization. I mean, I can't say enough good things. If I had to do it all over again, this is exactly where I'd be coming. And yeah, they changed our life.